See, people always ask questions like, what is the probability of success? When you get into this business, what are the chances? It's a very unfair question, because that is just like asking, what is the probability of me ending up looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger if I join Bally's Fitness this year? What are the chances that within 2 years I look like, Arnold Schwarzenegger with a six-pack and totally ripped? What are the chances? Can we measure that? The real question is who's doing the work, right? I mean, that's what you got to look at. We've got 9 core steps in the system. Who's doing this 9 core steps right there? Unfortunately, as much as we'd like to claim otherwise, many people you can eliminate right there. They don't do the 9 core steps that get in, but they contribute to the denominator, Many people that get into our business and later on quit, you'll find out that they didn't even use a product. Average income is calculated, it's on print, and they take the total income divided by the total number of IBOs, and that's the average income. But you know what? It doesn't work like that. A new IBO can get started today, and even if they don't build an organization, just by developing a few clients, they can make a few $100s right away. We know people that have done that. And so the question is not what the average income is. The question is, are you average? Okay, the question is, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to do the work? Because you get in the game only after you start doing the work. At that point, we can talk about, what is your probability of success? Okay, successful people, what is the probability? What is the chance of an average employee making it to the CEO level? What guarantee can you give an average employee that he's going to have job security? You can't. Life is not about guarantees. Life is about the freedom to succeed and the freedom to fail. Okay? Who am I to say that such and such a person has no chance to succeed? We believe in people. We have the steps that it takes. We have seen people that work the business, that do the steps, that start to build an organization, they get the money. The plan is so clear. I don't see the mystery in it. You build an organization, the plan is there, the compensation plan is there. Quickstar has never missed paying a check to anybody. You'll never hear that. So what's the mystery here? What's the confusion? First of all, we respect you as an independent business owner. You signed up, you became an independent business owner. We just want you to know that people set their own pace. See, when we come from an employee mentality or from a traditional business mentality, we are always thinking about a fixed number of hours, like 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week. We are thinking in that, and we are not used to, setting our own schedule so far as income making is concerned. This business, we know people that have reached the platinum level and beyond with 5 hours a week and 15 hours a week. But of course, the business itself is part-time, so we really don't have anybody doing 40 hours a week. If somebody told me they have got 40 hours, I wouldn't know what to tell them. I typically build a business with people that already have jobs and busy lives. So typically the max I've done myself personally, and I've seen done is 15 hours a week. But if somebody is busy, like we have several neurologists and oncologists and doctors that are extremely busy, high-profile doctors in the business. And obviously they don't have the same kind of time flexibility as some other professions, but I know people that have started the business 3 hours a week. But see, we don't want to insult your intelligence by telling you how many hours you need to put in. Of course, if you put in a certain number of hours, if you put in 15 hours a week, of course you'll reach your goal far faster than if you put in 3 hours a week. That is obvious. But we don't want to, tell you what to do, because that's the first experience. Okay, this might be your first experience of being your own boss. What we want you to do is first 120 days, do everything. Sacrifice what you need to sacrifice, change what you need to change, and do everything that your upline is recommending. Everything. Come to every association, listen to every CD, start using the products. And you know what? At the end of that month, at the end of that period, you yourself will figure out how many hours a week average you need to put in to build your own future. And we'd love to give you that flexibility, because we are not your boss. Sometimes we run into people that come and say, I've been exposed to this business, or I know what it is. And more often than not, all they've had is a very cursory glance at it. Maybe they went to one meeting, With all due respect, we know people can, see a lot of things in an hour, but come on, you can't see something for an hour, hour and a half and tell me you know all about it. Okay, that doesn't, I mean, if you are a doctor, how would you like it if I sat in one of your classes, for an hour, medical school, and came in today and know everything about your practice? Well, you'll feel a little insulted, don't you think? So, we expect the same courtesy this way too. Like, you can't be in it here and there for a few weeks, touch and go kind of thing and say, I know all about it, I can watch bullfighting in Spain, and that doesn't mean that if I know everything about bullfighting, you got to be in the arena. Hello? Okay? So, if you've seen it before, or if you think you've seen it before, maybe you've been in it before. Maybe you went through a period of time that you've been exposed to the business. Well, you got a choice right now to make. You know what that choice is? Do I want to find out more? Do I want to find out what may have changed, or what is better now, or has anything changed in my life? Or do I want to just say, forget it? That's up to you. So you make that choice today. The beauty is, if you take the first option, it's a positive option. It's an option of growth. If you've been in this business for any period of time before, or anything like that, you know that the association is positive. You know you're better off in a meeting than sitting in front of a TV. And if you take path number one, which is finding out more, you can't lose. You cannot lose. Because you're going to learn more. And maybe you'll see things from a different perspective this time. It's on paper, guys. It's on print. Okay, it is approved by the corporation, by the Federal Trade Commission. Quickstar, last year alone, they paid $380 million in bonuses. Somebody got that money, plus $93 million in growth incentives. And that's only in the US. Somebody got that money, I happen to know, some people that make very good money. And I happen to know exactly what kind of structure do you need to make what kind of money, in the business. In fact, nothing can be clearer than this. What is vague is, when they give you a promotion and they really don't give you a raise, you don't know where you stand, you don't know where you sit, you don't know where you are, you don't even know if you're going to be there next week. That's vague. This is a plan that's on paper right here. Take this. Now, system income, yes. Sometimes system income can be substantial because, you got invited to more places because of your achievement sometimes. For example, if somebody reaches the emerald level, or the diamond level, they might be invited to speak at another organization because they have the knowledge on how to build a business. But they might be invited to speak somewhere else. That's what system is all about, helping each other, where they don't have any people. They might go speak at an area, to a location where they don't have any people, but they still spend their time and effort. And this is the free enterprise system, so we compensate them. I think it makes perfect sense to do that, This is a free enterprise system, but it's also regulated by the government to the extent that everything is fair and square. And Steve Van Andel was recently the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce. Steve Van Andel is part of the founders family. They have all kinds of credentials. I mean, the DeVos and Van Andel families know personally past and present presidents and a lot of people of good standing in society. They Rich DeVos owns the Orlando Magic. They own a multi-billion-dollar empire. They have impacted life and given so much money, and very visible, guys. It's a very strong presence they have in America. And they've been in business for so many years. To think that, that they're really not paying any money to people or that there is no bonus, no real bonuses that people can create a lifestyle out of is wrong. It's simply wrong. That's all I can say. The main thing we got to remember is that people have objections. You're entitled to your objections. You may have a question like, for example, about somebody said about product pricing, or hey, listen, I can buy something somewhere else. Read the book called Prosumer Power or Quick Start Price is Right. The two great books that the person that's invited you can maybe loan you for you to read, and then listen to the CDs titled Power Wave or Private Franchising in the .com world, and listen to some more CDs. Come to a meeting, come to one of our product meets. Somebody is going to show you the products, give you some samples, taste them, and then we can do some price comparisons if you need to. But remember, this is not a discount blind club. This is a business. Okay, it's a business, and when it's a business, you're partaking in the profits. Like it says in the book Prosumer Power, Americans are very good at consumer shopping. They are good at consumerism, okay? But people have forgotten what it is to be an entrepreneur. And once you partake in the profit, you're an IBO. Believe it or not, when you build an organization, there'll come a point at maybe at the 15% level, I would guess, that you're getting your products for free. Can anything beat free? Okay. So your goal is to build an organization so you can get to the 15% level quickly. So then the money that you get back as bonuses will more than compensate, for whatever expense that you might have, and you end up getting the product for free. One of the things that we pride ourselves in the BWW system is that we are upfront and honest about income representations in the business. There's a lot of talk about different kinds of income that you can generate when you're building this business. And my recommendation for a new person is that just focus on the plan that was shown to you and the numbers that were shown to you. At the platinum level, we show an approximate $2,600 plus per month. And at the diamond level, we show $150,000 a year of ongoing income, which is legitimate. It's approved by the Federal Trade Commission. It's on print. It's shown at the plan. So I would just work with those numbers. And the question that I have for a new person is, are those numbers impressive? Do you feel that those numbers are something that you can work with? Would an extra 150 grand in the next 2 to 5 years, would that help you? Ongoing income over and above what you're making right now. And those are the numbers you work with. Those are the numbers that we declare, and that's all you need to work with in terms of making a decision whether it's worth building the business or not. Okay, question about students. Maybe you're a student looking at this business for the first time, and maybe you're thinking, man, I don't even have money to eat. I don't have a car. How can I build this business? Well, let me ask you this. Let me tell you this rather. This is what it is. Success is about overcoming challenges. You cannot succeed without challenges. Okay? I'm not saying that you don't have a problem. Yes, you have a problem. But that's what success is all about, overcoming problems. Let me give you an example. Maybe we have another professional about to sign up in the business. He's got money. He can afford to buy the products. He's got a car. But he's got a health problem. Would you rather have that? No, right? Okay. Or maybe there's someone else, doesn't have a health problem, doesn't have a money problem. He has an overall money problem, that's why he's in the business, but he's able to afford to buy the products, doesn't have a health problem, but he's got a relationship problem at home. Do you want that? No. We know of an IBO that doesn't have a health problem, doesn't have a relationship problem, it has enough money to invest in the tools and enough money to build the business, has a car, but somebody else has to drive him because he's legally blind. Would you want that? No. What I'm trying to tell you, folks, is that nobody's free of challenges. So yours, if you're considering all these options, I think a student who's broke looks pretty good right now compared to the other options. What do you say? Right? Here's your challenge. Now we want to see whether you want to be part of the problem or part of the solution. Okay? It is not about where you are. It is not about what's in your pocket right now. It's about how you think. Are you thinking about a solution? Not that you'll be able to find a solution tomorrow. A car is not going to magically appear in front of you. Okay? But if you're thinking about a solution, we like to work with you. We like to work with overcomers. People that want to make things happen. It's your choice now.